Take a load off, grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
How's it going?
Fine by me.
I was waiting for that before I started talking.
Nick's out there in
Hi,
the wilderness.
Yeah, Nick's coming to us from space camp.
I'm on a spiritual journey, spiritual retreat.
Are you?
Yeah,
Got you some ayahuasca tea?
man, I'm out here just brewing up teas out of roots and shit that I'm finding off the side of the road.
Brewing up teas.
Eating cow shit.
Getting tea bagged.
Reminds me of the time I teabagged your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, already. Already? God.
We ain't got a minute in. For 43 seconds.
I feel attacked. I go for Josh's. You know, it's either his leg, his dead dad, or his mom. You know,
those are all good things. Low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruits.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. But there's just something about when you open your mouth. I feel this sensation of defending myself.
I get it.
Even when you're giving me compliments, I think they're underhanded.
Yeah, I've got that a lot in my life. Nobody takes me serious either.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I like that shirt. Well, fuck you. How about that?
I'll get on to my kids and I'll be like really mad and I'll get on to them. They'll be like, Daddy, you just go sit down somewhere, man. You're not going to do nothing.
It's not working.
Don't have a heart attack over nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Nick obviously is somewhere. So what'd you do the last little bit here, Nikki? Since we saw each other last.
We went to the Edgar Evans State Park and hiked today. And man, I just been grubbing and drinking non-alcoholics.
That sounds good.
Hell yeah.
What you been eating?
Been
doing any cooking?
I made wagyu burgers last night.
Ooh.
And biscuits, bacon, and eggs this morning, baby.
Damn,
you know
dude. Thanks for the invite.
Treat them good.
I want to go on a spiritual retreat.
What bringing you, brother?
Hey, yeah, you won't have no peace if I'm there.
No.
Can you imagine bringing Josh as a third wheel? He'd be talking shit the whole time.
The whole time.
You'd just be like, is this state park handicap accessible?
Yeah. I'd be right piggyback rides.
Shit.
Yeah. Somebody gonna carry me on this fucking trail.
Somebody's gonna carry me. Get me a walking stick with my name on it. Isn't it like National Park Week or something? I think you can get into like national parks for free this week.
Earth Day just happened.
Yes, it did.
We missed it.
I didn't miss it.
Yeah, you did. I
celebrated.
I was gonna say, I think that was last Friday or Saturday one.
It was yesterday, wasn't it? Earth Day was yesterday. It was Monday.
I have no idea.
What is today?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, it was yesterday, Monday. They had 13 baseball games. That's how I knew, because the MLB did a big Earth Day thing.
Oh, well.
I went and enjoyed the Earth anyway, so I didn't have celebrating for all of us.
Well, good. I've started my new gig, so I've been working from home now, and finally got a little bit stir crazy today, and went and saw one of my body shops that I used to go to all the time. I had to go to the post office to get that shirt finally shipped to the Puerto Rico,
San Juan.
Yeah,
nice.
International businessman.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was over there and I was just like, I'm gonna swing by one of these shops and get some belly laughs in, talk some shit to these old guys.
It is kind of shitty. You do get used to being at home more though after a while.
I hope so. I'm really worried about getting stir crazy. Like, we have an office here, so like if I get that crazy, I could go into the office. I don't really want to do that, but
maybe you'll write the next great American novel.
Well, y'all are about to. I was gonna say, if today's any or just the last 2 days really, or is any idea of what's gonna, any preview of what's gonna be happening. Like, I've got all the time to research things now.
That is good. You've been helping me a bunch of editing too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've got all the time in the world to help with audio, video, whatever we need right now.
I love this new job.
Yeah. I'm still busy, but I don't have to drive anywhere. So like my normal day, 4+ hours of my day was driving. So now I don't have to do that. So I've got time now.
Right.
So
I
pretty
sent
neat.
I sent an encrypted text message last night.
Yeah, I didn't know what. I just went to bed. I was like, I'm not getting into this.
Man, for the first time in a very long time, I ate a half an edible,
Yeah.
and I was just laying in bed, and my mind was everywhere. And I was like, man, Dinner for Schmucks would be so funny on stage.
Like to remake it.
Yeah, but
would be
even
funny.
even if it was just like a house party, if that was the theme for like a dinner with your friends,
Yeah.
and
That would be a
like,
fun party. That would be a
Yeah.
fun party.
and everybody brought one stupid talent with them. They're like, all right, it's talent time. And you just shuffle up in front of everybody and you kick yourself in the forehead and then you go sit back down.
Do you think yo-yoing is a stupid talent?
I don't think so. Not if you're good.
If you're not any good at it, then yeah.
I'm pretty
bad at it.
mediocre.
Did y'all see that guy on Kill
Pretty
Tony last
mediocre.
week do yo-yo shit?
No.
It still on
Was he
Kill
good?
Tony last. Yeah, he was good as fuck at yo-yo. He was like a yo-yo champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all sorts of crazy shit I'd never
He
seen
was
before.
killing it. I couldn't.
He was good.
I've never been able to
Yo-yo
do anything
mom.
like that. That was one of my 2020 hobbies that I tried to pick up. Was
I used to walk
yo-yoing.
the dog and shit,
Oh.
you know.
I could do the cradle thing.
The cradle, yeah,
I
the
could do
triangle.
and
Yeah.
a couple other things that I learned during 2020. I don't know if I could do it right now or not.
You just don't see kids yo-yoing no more. I got a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old, and they ain't yo-yoing.
Yeah, because they got phones now. I didn't have a phone when I was a kid.
Man, that guy,
That's
that
true.
yo-yo guy that used to travel from elementary to elementary school and he would sell yo-yos when he got done.
Those firestorm yo-yos that
Yeah.
light up and shit. Remember them?
That dude made a killing.
Yeah.
He
He definitely
absolutely
got a
did.
couple 20s off me back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
About $40 worth of yo-yoing.
It's like
I
this
will
is
tell
supposed
you, I will tell
my
y'all
love
too.
to be my money for the
Go ahead.
week. I'm gonna buy a yo-yo with it.
Yeah, get you a yo-yo.
Hell yeah, why not?
What
I'm
you saying,
finally
Wes?
done with my Bridgestone run of shows, though. I went and saw Childers
Oh, yeah.
last Thursday, and then, well, I guess it wasn't Bridgestone, but I went and saw Shane
Gillis.
at
How was
Ryman.
that?
Oh man, dude, I told y'all via text, but I was the bad laugher at that show. Like,
Is he
had,
good live? Is he
yeah.
just as good live as you
I was sitting next to this like older fella that like didn't laugh at all. So I'm guessing whoever he was with just bought the tickets for him. But I was like, this guy's got to be like a Trump supporter, and he's going to think all this shit's hilarious. I didn't see him laugh once, but I was there with my best friend that I pretty much moved to Nashville because he was down here.
I thought we were your best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. I had to stick a wooden stake in my heart.
But the whole time I was just fucking like hitting him like, ah,
Yeah. You'd have probably hurt me.
like hiding my face like, oh my God.
Josh would have looked over to Christy and be like, Christy, will you swap me seats?
Yeah.
So that Wes punches you.
Bum. It hurt.
I know, my buddy, I knew I was wearing him out after a bit because he was dying too, but I was just like, Theo
Was it a whole
came out.
hour?
Yeah, Theo came out for like 10, 15 minutes or so.
That's awesome, dude.
There was a redheaded guy from Australia that I don't remember his name, and then there was a chick that was Palestinian, I think. She made a lot of, or maybe Israeli. She made a lot of jokes about the war that were really funny. She was
That's
really
cool.
good too. Have y'all seen the guy? He's been kind of viral lately. He's big on Madden. Like, he's a Twitch streamer, I guess, but his name's Sketch.
Nah.
Yeah.
Theo
He's huge.
Theo just put out a episode with Sketch in it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll check it out.
And somebody I haven't watched it yet, but he was there at the show too. And I was like, why is this kid here? And then today that episode comes out, so I was like, oh, so Sketch did Theo probably on Saturday or something, and
They come out, yeah.
and then just came to the show. But Tony and Hans Kim were out.
William Montgomery.
The video I saw of Tony and Hans Kim, they were with Jelly Roll at one of the honky tonks, and
That's cool.
Tony was playing drums and Hans was doing karaoke.
God. I know it's a big week for Nashville down there. It's like the whole week's comedy.
I know, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, at Dunham. I didn't say this, but he actually said during his show, he said, who all's here for Nashville Comedy Festival? And me and literally two other dudes were like, yeah. And he
Yeah.
said 3 people. Hell yeah, it's working.
It is getting bigger though.
I mean, all the shows are sold out. I just think
Yeah.
people don't realize that it's a festival going on.
Right, because it's
Yeah.
like starts like Saturday. I know, like Bert did a show in Clarksville, like
Yeah, we
April
mentioned.
the
Yeah, I think
and
that
then
was
like
just like the week or they're like a couple days before Tom did
yeah,
his, right?
it was one day before, it was on Thursday, and then Tom was on Friday.
Yeah, I think people just don't realize it's a festival because it's
Right,
not like a day
marketed
long.
that
Well,
way.
it's not a day long thing. It's like a 2 week ordeal,
Yeah,
because you got all these big people coming and they're not going to want to come in just to do 15 minutes. They want to come in and sell an arena on themselves.
yeah, it makes some money.
Yeah, make some money. It's not worth them to come here for, a 20-minute set anymore.
I think the Netflix comedy festivals in May. I think Kill Tony Live is doing something that week there at the
Yep.
Kia Forum or something.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah, those tickets
Yeah,
sold out fast. Whenever we were in Austin, so we ended up meeting a chick down there and another dude, and both of them texted me and they were like, "Did y'all get tickets for that?" And I was like, they were already gone. The Madison Square Garden one was gone immediately before I could get tickets, and the one
damn.
in Vegas was already gone. I don't really have a care to really go to Vegas or
No,
New York again, so I wasn't really trying that hard. But it would have been neat to go to one of those at a really big arena like that.
I could see me now in Vegas. I'd be like a kid in a candy store. I'd relapse on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. When
I'd,
Josh was in
I'd be
Vegas-
gambling my leg off.
Well, I've had several people tell me that Nashville's just like Tennessee's Vegas, pretty much. And I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
that's why I don't go down there much.
I was
Put
like,
your
if that's
prosthetic
true,
up.
then I really wouldn't like it because I hate Broadway. So
Yeah, dude.
I'd be so overstimulated. I'd be like, all right, it's time to go to
All them
room.
lights and shit to do.
That's why I had to walk to the truck last week. It was too much for me.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah,
It is
Josh,
good.
I could see you putting your prosthetic up on the roulette table.
Blackjack, baby. Blackjack. 21. Jimmy Hicks, give me 6. Man, snake
you get-
eyes. Fuck.
You get dropped to like a 12 in your hand, and you're like, come on 9, come on 9, come on 9.
They catch me in there counting cards and me beating my hands off with a hammer. Be breaking my knuckles and shit.
I used to be pretty. We were talking about that with some buddies earlier. How you used to be able to do like full tilt poker and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like for
Yeah.
real money. Like I
Yeah, I
did
used to
that during
love that
college. Like I
Yeah.
paid my rent in college a few times with fulltiltpoker.com.
I used to watch like World Series of Poker all the time too. Like all the time.
Yeah, I did too. And I wish
It used to
would
be
come
way
back.
better.
I wish it would come back. 'Cause
All
I
right.
never bet a lot of money. I was a college kid, so I didn't have a lot of money. So I'd put $20 in and play like all these little rooms until I like made it to a big room and won a decent. I never got first in any of those big rooms, but won 500, $600 as a college kid
Well, now they just
like
get FanDuel and
for like a
DraftKings and
day
shit.
or so of work, maybe. Like I'm talking like a day of work, like 8 hours of split up of me playing 4 rooms of poker on a screen at a time.
And that's fun though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
no,
fucking
it's
betting on these games and shit's boring unless it's like a big game, you know?
because you play those side.
Wes was
Go ahead.
Wes was telling me about the crazy rooms that he would play in college, like in the back in the manager's office of like Circuit City and stuff back in the day. Like all these
you talking
crazy
about music.
rooms.
Oh, you're talking about poker still. Yeah,
Your crazy poker games. You used to
yeah.
play.
I forgot.
I'd like to get a good game going again. That'd be fun. Like once
Yeah.
a month or something.
When I lived in Bowling Green, I was there was this house like 3 or 4 houses from me, like from the house I owned in Bowling Green. And like every Tuesday, they had this just mass amount of cars in the driveway. I was like, what is going on there? And there was always somebody coming and going. I was like, they've got to just be doing drugs over there, like selling drugs or something. And then I met a dude, and he was like, oh, you live on X and X Street. I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, that's where like my poker game is every Tuesday. So I would walk down there every now and then and play poker with those guys. And they were like they had a whole garage that was just all set up for this
That's
poker night.
awesome.
It was neat, but the
Like
dude was
Molly's
like,
Game. Y'all ever
and-
seen that movie?
what?
Molly's Game?
Mm-mm.
No, anyway, go ahead.
And he But the guy, like before you came in, he'd make sure that you weren't drunk, you didn't have any drugs on you, you weren't drinking, and you didn't have any guns on you. Like it was that serious. He was like, we don't, they didn't drink or anything during any of those games because he was like, anytime we do here, like somebody gets mad and then it just turns into a
Yeah, everybody gets pissed
situation.
off.
But I did end up going to a poker game at the Cabaret. Is that what Yeah, the
Top
Cabaret.
ever.
Yeah. I went there once, and then I went to the back room of a Boost Mobile a couple times and played.
Hell yeah. Boost Mobile. The
And
cricket of
truthfully,
the hood.
that was like many years after like my days of playing on full tilt poker, so I wasn't as good as I was, and all the people I was playing against were very, very good. So I didn't go to those games very often.
We had the accountant when I was at the AGR house. He was an older guy that decided to come back to college, and actually he was the president of AGR during the goat scandal in 2006, and then he took 3 years off.
I'm sure.
And came back to school, and this guy was brilliant. I watched him take a Scott's turf and grass online course and play online poker at the same time.
Yeah.
And he passed the Scott's online so that he could be a Scott's lawn and
chemical
landscape
sprayer.
Yeah, at O's. Yeah. But while playing online poker. But anyway, yeah, he took all of our rent money one time to a poker game, and it was like $7,000.
Damn.
And we didn't know it, of course, but he came back. He came back with like $20,000, and he gave the house $15,000, and he made $5,000. And we were like, "What if you lost?" He's like, "Oh, I'd have figured it out."
God bless. That's how I used to operate before I quit drinking.
That's a real degenerate thing to say. I would have figured it out.
I can relate to that shit.
We're gonna lose the house that we've had on campus for 70 years.
I'd be like, well, I'm pretty much banking on the world to end, so fuck it.
Yeah. I got a buddy that's in the military that told me today that we're probably not going to enter the war until 2027, but it's very much still going to be happening at one of those two places. So we still got another 2 years before it all falls down, I think.
I need to get my affairs in order. Build me a cabin somewhere with a long driveway, one way in, one way out.
That's why I don't wear my respirator when I'm spraying chemicals on houses and trucks. Yeah.
Dude, whenever you showed up at my house last Tuesday, he walked in here, Wes, and he smelled like a straight up Olympic size swimming pool. I never smelled so much bleach in my entire life. I said, "You've been out burying bodies like Dexter?" He's, "No, man, I just got done doing a job real quick." And I said, "God." He said, "Don't hug me. I got bleach all over me." I said, "Damn, you just doused yourself in it." We had to walk outside.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, paying the bills. Speaking of paying the bills, let's get to our first advertisement.
Okay, let's hear
it. Rainbow Rumpus Retreats. Welcome to Rainbow Rumpus Retreats, where nudity, nature, and noshing collide. I don't know what noshing is. I'll talk to the writers later. Tired of the same old B&B experience? Looking for a place where you can truly let it all hang out? Look no further than Rainbow Rumpus Retreat, the quirkiest, most inclusive getaway this side of the rainbow. Why choose Rainbow Rumpus Retreat? Well, first, nudity is encouraged. Leave your inhibitions and your clothes at the door. Our clothing optional policy ensures that you can embrace your fabulous self, no matter your shape, size, or style. LGBTQ plus paradise. We celebrate love in all its forms, whether you're gay, straight, bi, trans, Josh, or still figuring it out. You'll find a warm welcome and a warm hole that loves you just the way you are. Gourmet delights. Feast your eyes and your taste buds on our mouth-watering meals prepared by our resident chef who doubles as a drag queen on Wednesday nights. From rainbow pancakes and glittery cocktails, every meal is a culinary experience. We also offer natural immersion and animal sacrifices. Book now and receive a free feather boa. Now, this is where Josh and Wes are supposed to share their favorite memories from Rainbow Rumpus Retreat weekend. Go ahead, Josh and Wes.
I'll take the first one. My favorite memory is probably whenever we did the tree climbing exercise as a group. And I got to the very top, and the instructor at the bottom said, "Does that remind you of the wood you took last night?" And I said, "Huh?" And he said, "Does that remind you of the wood you took last night?" And I said, "I know. I heard you the first time. I just want to hear you say it again." And we all just laughed. That was my favorite memory.
Wes,
Let's hear you top that one, big boy. It's off the cuff.
okay. 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 Ready to
I
shed
don't know
your
why I think this.
Because you see me up there with one leg hanging from a tree. Hey.
Okay. Ready to shed your inhibitions and embrace the fabulousness of Rainbow Rumpus Retreat? Visit us online at supergaytime.com or call 1-800-NUDISM to reserve your spot today. Rainbow Rumpus Retreat, where everyone's body is a work of art.
Nice.
They come out for Titty Tuesdays.
Nice. And Wacky Wednesdays.
Fake or not, we don't care.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Rainbow Rumpus
I wasn't
Retreats.
prepared for that.
Yeah, me neither. To tell you the truth. I'm going to get this card game we were playing earlier.
I wanted to start my new
fueling.
segment this week. I have a new history segment that I would like to start each week called The Biggest What Ifs in
How many
History.
new segments we got right now?
This is the one
right.
I'm sticking to. I'm not bouncing around everywhere. This is going to be one every week. I'm going to work on this one.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to paint y'all a
He's
picture.
trying to find his own.
I'm going to paint y'all
Let
a
him find
picture
his
just like
own.
I did with that tree at Rainbow Rumpus Retreats.
Hey, if we're not talking shit, what are we doing here?
That's right. I'm going to paint you a picture. So picture this. It's a dark, cloudy night. It's the year 1918. And you're in the trenches in somewhere in Austria, the Hungarian Empire. And you're a German man you're a young German man by the name of Adolf Hitler fighting in World War I for Germany. You're kind of a quirky guy, but you're got probably one of the most dangerous jobs that a trench infantryman could have, and he was the messenger. He would go from trench to trench, taking orders or different things to different generals and things down the line. He usually didn't carry a gun either because they'd have to run and stuff. So battle breaks out. Gas is going everywhere, chemical warfare. He can't get his gas mask on because of his mustache, right? He won't seal. That's why he shaved his little mustache thin in the middle, I think. Because his gas mask wouldn't seal around his one of them big mustache like Nick used to have.
Yeah.
So anyway, firefight breaks out. Well, he ends up getting discombobulated. Well, he comes to. And he's the only one out in the middle of this field between the two trenches, between the British and the Germans. It's called no man's land. That's where that term comes from. It's from World War One. No man's land. So,
did you say that's between the two trenches of the?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where all the killing happened. You leave the trenches, you're fucked. So he stands up and he looks. He has no weapon, mind you. Looks across the field about 50 yards, and there's a British private by the name of Henry Tandy with him in his crosshairs. And even though he was a battle-hardened soldier and been fighting in the war for several months, he decides since Adolf Hitler's not armed, he's not going to shoot him, lets him go. So that man could have changed the whole course of human history if he had just shot Adolf Hitler that day. And he would just died in battle. Nobody would ever know who he was. He would have just been a soldier that died in battle.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't have had to fake the Holocaust or nothing.
Right. But that's this week's What If in history.
Huh.
Yep.
I didn't know. So he was a soldier prior? I didn't know
that. Yeah. That's why he was so mad because we pretty much stripped. Yeah. After World War I, we made the Germans pay us $80 million and a bunch of other shit, made it to where they couldn't have any kind of military. So he took it as a slap in the face. You know what I mean? So he wanted to always get that back. He was big about the fatherland. So he wanted to get that big standing back of Germany. So the whole 30s, whenever he took over power, he started building the war machine. And then we all know what happened next. He invaded Poland and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But
that you said fatherland. That's also another thing I've don't think I've ever heard. So why is that something that's widely accepted? They call Germany fatherland.
They call it the fatherland. Yeah.
So how did they come to that? Like, how
I
did
don't
the
know.
handshake meeting happen to where Russia's motherland and
I
Germany's
don't know.
fatherland?
That's a good question because I
Let's
don't
go
know
to
why.
Nick. Nick, what do you think?
I think
How did they
you just
come
come.
about that?
I think once you get so far into history, it's just whoever's writing the history books at that point. You can just deem yourself whatever you want to.
Mhm.
Like I'm probably gonna be something along the lines of like history books are probably gonna know me as one of the most handsome men that have ever existed. And
In the
people
world?
and people are already writing books about it.
Who's writing these books?
Who was it we saw the other night? He said, "Damn, Nick, every time I see you, you look different."
Who is that?
We was at the Mexican restaurant the other
Yeah,
night.
we were at El
Sean.
Potrero.
He said,
Oh, yeah,
"Damn, Nick,
Sean
every time I
Burns.
see you, you look different."
I've got a kid at church that's like 16 years old, and he never recognizes me
I'm
because
sure.
my facial hair is different every
You
time.
look 10 years younger right now than you did when you
From
first
week
started.
to week, I never
Yeah.
know what you're going to look like. And
We
whenever
went from having an old gentleman with us on the podcast to a teenager.
Yeah. I wore a beret for a couple episodes.
Yeah. Right now, you're wearing a damn quilt.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it looks like the biggest stoner in Tennessee right now.
Yeah. That's all right.
I came down here to open my mind, baby.
Hell yeah.
Since we're filming and I'm here, can I write this off on the Find by Me books?
Yeah,
I can write this whole trip off, right?
yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. I don't
Yeah,
care.
dude. Whatever you and your tax man figured out, just keep me out of it.
Okay.
I don't want my name brought up nowhere. Keep my name out your mouth.
Man,
My tax man, me and Wes saw my tax man walking out of the Rittenhouse speech. You remember that? There's my fucking accountant.
I got behind him the other day in Piggly Wiggly, and he was in the damn frozen food aisle, all in the damn way. All I was wanting was some garlic bread. He spent 10 minutes picking out a P.F. Chang's frozen dinner.
Yeah,
And finally, he picked out one, looked at it, and put it back. Picked out another one, looked at it, put it back. Like 10 times.
Yeah.
And then we had 4 different kinds.
y'all's guy, and is y'all's guy that you're talking about in front, like he's in Franklin, like his
Yeah.
office? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking because I know like everybody from Scottsville goes to a certain guy that does not live in Scottsville. He doesn't live in Franklin either, and I was wondering if it was the same dude or not because I used to go
My
to
tax
him.
lady's in Scottsville.
I'm sorry.
My tax lady, yes, her name's Jan.
All right.
She does a good job.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of taxes, you know what I'm saying? I've been writing my leg off every year since 2019. I don't think I can do it anymore.
What's your last
Really?
name?
Why not? You got a new one this year, didn't you? Or was that
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. I mean, it's like $30,000 or something, like you said.
43.
Yeah,
I know
I would write
bragging,
that
but
off
43.
every time. Every time.
At least the deductible.
Yeah. Deductions are only up to like 11,000, like the standard one. 12, I don't know.
Yeah, but see,
around.
I don't turn in taxes when I sell it on eBay. When I get a new one, I don't turn in on taxes when I sell the old one on eBay for a lot of money. See, so I kind of just toe the line. You know what I mean?
I got you. That's good. Now that we've got this on recording, that's good.
Hey, the IRS ain't
And
watching this shit.
You're listening. We didn't invite you. And
This is pure fiction, by the way.
Yeah, everything here is satire.
This is hearsay. It's hearsay.
What
except for
Man.
that Holocaust joke I made earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's not.
go on, Nick. What do you got?
Oh,
Focus.
Focus. Did you just see some titties or something? What happened there?
Paul, he just had a glitch. He just
He was
glitched
like,
himself. Yeah.
you got me nervous, so I pressed the glitch button on my screen.
Do you got something or what? What are we doing here?
Jesus, dude. Killing our airtime.
Yeah,
You
if we
can't
were
just
on the
throw
radio right now,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
FAA would have. Is that?
We'll be right back.
Yeah. what,
Let's
Hey.
hear it.
Nick, do you have?
All right,
Oh, Nick's got the quote. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I've got a quote.
Oh, I mean, Nick's got the idea. Let's go. Go. Sorry.
Introducing Sizzle and Savor, the flavored fun factory. Tired of the same old bedroom routine? Spice things up with Sizzle and Savor, the tastiest, zaniest, and most lip-smacking, delightful flavored sex lube on the market. Why choose Sizzle and Savor? Taste explosion. Prepare your taste buds for a flavor explosion like no other. From zesty lemon to decadent chocolate-covered strawberries, we've got flavors to satisfy every craving. Multi-purpose pleasure. Not just for moments. Use Sizzle and Savor to add a flavor to your favorite desserts, cocktails, or even a boring bowl of popcorn. The possibilities are endless. No stickiness, just stick fun. Our water-based formula ensures smooth, slippery fun with sticky residue. Glide into Pleasure Town with ease and confidence. The Bite Me guarantee. We dare you to find a flavor you won't love. If you're not completely satisfied with our lube, we'll refund your money and send you a jar of pickles. No questions asked.
Jar of pickles.
I like that. I
love pickles.
So.
You like bread and butter or deal?
It's butt pickles. They're for your butt.
Oh,
nah.
Party
not
pack
pickle
perfection.
spears.
Party pack perfection. Hosting a wild night with friends. Our party-sized tubs are perfect for sharing the flavor-filled fun with your favorite pals. Just remember to keep it consensual. Special offer: buy two, get a free flavored feather tickler. Ready to turn up the flavor in the bedroom or kitchen or living room? Visit us at yummygummy.com or call 1-800-SIZZLE to order your bottle of Sizzle and Savor today. Sizzle and Savor, because life's too short for bland bedroom antics.
So, I've got a little comment on
Was that
this.
two different products?
No, it's one company, but they have multiple products. Is that what you're asking for?
Is it all lube?
Lots of lube.
It's all flavored lube, but you can use it on chicken. You can use it on fish. You can use it on bread, bagels, English muffins.
Oh, you can eat it.
You can use it. You can put it in your spice rack if you want to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's a good move. I've only ever researched and bought lube twice in my life, maybe.
Researched.
Yeah, because I wanted to know what I was buying. I don't know. I wasn't just going to buy anything. I research everything before I buy.
Research development.
You research everything, period. What do you mean before you buy it? You research everything.
That's true. Okay, so I do look up everything before I do anything. But
Can't
either
lie
way,
around Wes.
and it was the fucking grossest. Like,
did you drink it?
No, well, I mean,
did you go on Yelp?
Whose dick was it on?
No, I didn't go on Yelp or anything. But like,
what's it taste like on penis?
I wouldn't know, but obviously I had to use it to apply it, and it kind of got near my mouth at some point.
In your mouth.
Like, I was trying to get rid of it on the bed, like doing this, and then like I did this or something.
You're like,
so you're telling me you bought flavored lube for yourself?
What?
You just in bed? You said, "Oh, it's time for a midnight snack." Hold on a minute.
No, I'm trying to beat around the bush without being too crude right now.
Oh, do it, man. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Well, I was fucking this girl from behind.
There you go. There we go.
In the asshole.
Jesus. That's what I wanted to hear.
Now we're getting to the important stuff.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to see that Gladiator and he's like, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?"
And at some point, she went down on me and then came back up to my mouth, and I was like, "Ooh,
dude,
that's A to M." I don't know.
It's like this is over. I'm getting in the shower.
She didn't do her research before, that's for sure.
Hope you had some of that brown Listerine, not the green or the blue, but the brown.
The strong
shit
stuff.
That it kills everything.
Hey,
you need that strong stuff.
We eat ass around here. I ain't worried about all that.
God,
I just was worried about that lube not tasting any good.
Well, that's why Chrissy's
family. If you're listening to this,
that's why Chrissy's always in a bad mood.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna keep it that way.
All right, now I'm over here.
Sometimes you just got to risk happiness.
That's true. You gotta do some sacrifices, right?
self-preservation.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
know. Do better research than I did. That's all I'm saying. Maybe try this thing that Nick said. I don't remember what it was
I
called.
like to learn from my peers,
Well,
not mistakes, but your journeys. We'll
tell
call
you,
it a journey.
yeah, I'll tell you the
Wait.
brand name later. It's in my bedside table right now. I don't
Jeez,
remember what
Josh,
it is.
are you getting your sex advice from the old men at the hardware store, like on Saturday mornings? And
Yeah,
is that getting your
at,
sex advice?
down there at the town restaurant on the square.
Yeah, at the
We sit at
townhouse.
that big table in a circle and talk about everything we're doing.
Show each other
Yeah.
your knives.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I remember being a little kid
Talk
going
about the
out to
weather.
Dairy Queen with my granddad, and like he would just go up there with a bunch of other dudes that had knives. They'd just be showing each other knives.
Now we look at Pokemon cards.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we pull out our binders and play Dungeons and Dragons.
I was going to say the
this
millennials will
Airbnb
be
has
grandparents one day.
this Airbnb has a collection of Pogs. You remember Pogs?
Oh, yeah, I do remember Pogs.
Man,
Let's
you
see if I
could
can find
like
them.
check them out on the check them out on eBay before you leave and see if there's
Yes.
any good ones.
Take you a few.
Well, there's a I don't know if this was a meme or if it was real, but there's a Pog Slammer with OJ on it, and it's him
I've seen
behind
that
bars. It's like OJ
Yeah.
Slammer or something.
He's behind bars. He's like this behind bars. Yeah, I've seen that. I used to have it was like these monsters, like a
Ooh, Chief
cartoon.
Wiggum.
Yeah, dude, this is bringing back so many memories. I used to love Pogs. I never knew what to do with them, but I just had them.
I think they're just for trading.
Well, you
Ooh,
do
here's-
something with the slammers. I never figured out.
Yeah, I never knew.
Oh, a big bunch of Simpsons, huh? That's cool.
Bunch
You
of
got
tips.
any shit besides Simpsons?
Still that shit.
Yeah,
I see
going
a
through
blue down there.
Oh, that's cool.
USA.
I like that.
Yeah,
Who
just
is
steal
down
that
there?
shit, dude.
But Josh is tired of seeing fucking Simpsons memorabilia, obviously.
I was never a big Simpsons person.
I mean, I love the Simpsons. What? Ooh, Alaska? What's that?
That's cool.
A little wolf on it or something?
That's my cat.
Mountain lion.
Okay.
No, it's some kind of bobcat.
Okay, I couldn't really see it.
I want a pet bobcat. You
I would-
imagine me getting in the middle of the night on one leg, my walker go back to me, you're like, fuck. Like, I'm just going to the bathroom, kitty.
Ooh, here's a good one. I bet this was Wes's favorite Simpsons character. Sideshow Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I actually
Speaking
hated him as a kid. Like,
Talking about
fuck
getting up in the
that
middle
guy.
of the night with
Always trying to kill
animals.
Bart.
Whenever I was younger, my dad had like this rescue chihuahuas, like from like the shelter. He would like foster them for a little while. When him and my mom split up, and he had this one. His name was Hanson, like the band.
Yeah.
And he was this little bitty tan chihuahua, and he'd been abused by like this dude, like this old guy, like his whole life. So he was like real skittish around dudes. And he was like, the only person he would like is my dad. And I would get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and that dog would eat my ankles up. Like as soon as I turned my back, dude, he was on me, just eating the shit out of my legs.
What kind of
It got to
dog
the
was
point
he?
to where he was a little chihuahua.
Okay.
And it got to the point to where I was scared to get up and go to the bathroom. Like I'd be like, fuck that, I'm just gonna hold it.
I'll wait until somebody else gets their ankles beat up.
Yeah, dude, he would attack me. And he would come out of nowhere, like out of the shadows, dude.
About ate your leg off, didn't you?
Yeah, he did. That's probably why it's gone. Because I held my pee too long.
Because you had your feet too long.
Hell yeah.
Were you a bedwetter?
No, I never was. I played with fire a lot, dude, and I never wet the bed. They say if you play with fire, you piss the bed.
Oh, I remember hearing that a little bit. I played with fire a lot. I remember there was one time, I don't know what we put in this can of Coke. Like it was an empty can of Coke, and I remember punching out the top of it
Yeah,
and just putting shit in it and just like burning
like a
stuff
little stove.
in my room
Yeah,
in the basement.
Oh,
I burned a whole outdoor building down when
In
I
the
was about
fucking-
10.
And there was so much
damn,
smoke.
Josh. Damn, Josh. This guy had a fucking basement.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
kind of money? What kind of money is he coming from?
I didn't realize I was hanging out with old money.
Yeah, old money.
I lived in
Jeez, Louise.
So
That's like
funny
another
enough,
house.
My
That's like
dad,
2 houses.
my dad built his house a single story, like a little hobbit house, like
Yeah.
in a hill. And then when my mom and dad had my little brother, they actually just took the roof off and built another
Yeah.
story on it.
I guess you had 2 bathrooms too, didn't you?
Truthfully, that basement one never worked very well. So.
Right. Drainage issues, probably.
Probably my issues of just shitting in it all the time as a little kid.
Poking them big turds down. Remember how you used to
Big
shit whenever
pooper.
you was younger, dude? Like, how did we ever get that out of us?
I was had to sit in my room and like never gain a pound, eat a whole pack of Kit Kats or something.
Hell yeah, dude. The damn Reese's. I know you'd be
Yeah.
tearing some Reese's up.
Yeah. Speaking of being a little kid, y'all remember Dare? I guess
do
everybody's
I
probably
ever.
wondering why I've got this
It didn't
going on
stick.
back here.
Man, I wish
Didn't
I
stick.
could. I wish somehow I could show you this. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna try to find this picture of this painting that I did last year. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Love you.
Do you remember?
Yes,
So there's this guy named Retro Bill.
I remember.
I don't remember ever seeing him, but like back whenever
I've got a
Dare was
button that's
thing.
got Retro Bill on it, like a push button.
Really.
Uh-huh.
So I was watching. I've mentioned Channel 5 several times, but he's like a investigative reporter that I really like to follow. But he did a little expose or whatever you want to call it, a story on the Dare conference that happened last year in 2023.
Mhm.
And he actually talked to Retro Bill, and that dude is a character. He's a cartoon character, and they showed a bunch of his old videos, like his DVDs of how he looks. I'm like, okay, hold on, we can pull this up. Hold on, I forgot that we're on fucking Zoom.
Yeah,
But
man.
this
Let's get
dude,
something for the people.
but this dude, he's got his own website, retrobill.com. Apparently, what a fella. But this guy does not even look like himself anymore. Hold on. How do I show?
But he's got to be 80 years old.
He's not that old, is the crazy thing. He doesn't look like he's 80 years old, at least. He looks like Elvis.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Like, look at this guy.
He looks like a coked out Conan O'Brien.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this
fucked
dude,
Roy Orbison.
there's no way this guy's just stayed sober. There's no
No way.
There's no way this guy's
Hey, look.
sober.
This is if Pee Wee Herman went the drug route, not the porn route.
Well, so this is what he looks like now.
God.
Yeah. So he's like obviously
He looks like I don't want to say bad shit about people, but he looks like somebody you wouldn't want around your kids.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little troublesome the way he looks. I don't know.
He
But
looks
either
like he's
way.
trying to be too cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of goes on. He was like, "Man, if you see somebody that just looks silly, they'll stick in your head, and then you've got
That's
all
true.
these clothes on that's really loud." But he doesn't. In my opinion, like you said, I don't want to speak bad about anybody, but he doesn't speak very well. Not saying that I do, but this dude's the only Dare like self-esteem and drug whatever he's mascot. Yeah, he is the real life mascot to the Dare and the Lion.
And he's a terrible orator.
Yeah, he's not good at talking. If y'all don't know who Darren the Lion is, let me pull that up.
I have a pen of him too. I'll get this things out and take pictures of it.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Scruff? Y'all remember Scruff McGruff? Like
Illinois,
was he Crime
60652. No, Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. You could like become a detective pretty much.
Oh, well, the guy that voiced Scruff McGruff was a big drug smuggler.
Of course,
like, is still in prison. Yeah.
Look at him, dude.
Look at this guy. If I saw
Scruff.
that guy in my neighborhood, I would assume he was dealing drugs.
We're gonna agree. What ethnicity do you think Scruff McGruff the crime dog is?
I don't know if we need to go down that route or not.
He's of mixed descent.
Huh.
Yeah, I was going to say mostly white, but he's maybe have a little.
He probably wasn't accepted by either sides of the family, like his mom's dad or his dad's side, his mom's side or his dad's side. So he had to go in and find his own family in the police department after he joined the police force.
Yeah, so he snitched on everybody. Is what he did.
Dude.
Yeah. All of his cousins on his dad's side hate him.
Yeah,
All of his cousins on his mom's side.
This website uses cookies. No shit. Look at this guy.
I ain't accepting shit, Retro Bill. What are you
That's
doing?
the only way they're making.
What kind of cookies we talking about, Retro Bill?
That's the only way they're making any money is selling them cookies.
Yep.
This dude, I mean, I don't know.
I do remember this shit
I
though.
don't remember Retro Bill at all. Whenever this came
I
up,
remember we had a police officer come to our class once a week and talk to us.
yeah, funny enough, those were DARE officers.
Mhm.
I'll stop sharing real quick. Those were.
You remember our DARE officer, Nick?
Officer Assman?
Yep.
Steve
Yep.
Assman?
Yep.
Yeah.
So DARE officers. Funny enough, I'm kind of probably going to get into this a little bit next week. This is going to be a two-parter because I've got some pages on this.
Yeah.
But mentioning DARE officers can actually arrest kids. So normally, if say they bring like a regular officer comes in, they run the drug dogs through people's lockers, and they find a dime bag on somebody, then the officer still has no jurisdiction there. Like
Right,
they still have
'cause
to go
they're
through the Board of
juvenile.
Education and go through their disciplinary measures as a child. But if a DARE officer finds shit on you, they'll just take you to jail. That's pretty fucking wild.
I'm guessing that DARE started during the Reagan era because
it actually started.
drug on wars.
Did you remember when Reagan was the president? Because I think this started in 1983.
Yeah, that would be when Reagan was president.
And it didn't really ever get okay, so yeah, 81 it
War on
started
drugs.
it started
That's why they made DARE officers able to arrest kids.
probably. We're going to get into that probably next week. But 83 is when DARE started, and it was probably 85, 86. So DARE started in California. You'd get there. It was on the West Coast.
Ronald Reagan State.
And it was over there, and Reagan didn't even hear about it until like 85, 86. So that's whenever it kind of that's whenever what Nancy Reagan really took a hard no.
Just say no.
Yeah, like Nancy really spoke like she
coined that phrase, just say no.
Yeah.
So I had a retired drug dog. It was a chocolate lab, and he got shot in the line of duty, so they retired him, and his name was Say No.
That's
so
awesome.
R.I.P. Bless up. But anyway, baby. Yeah. So Nancy really took a big approach with it. Reagan also talked a lot about drugs, obviously too. So
they also had the CIA drop crack cocaine into neighborhoods and of minorities and impoverished areas to try to keep people down and try to incarcerate them.
Yep.
They also did that.
Mm-hmm.
Our president wrote the crime bill on that. Our current president, Joseph R. Biden, wrote the crime bill.
When people say the CIA dropped drugs in a neighborhood, I imagine like out of a helicopter, but it was probably just out of a.
No, it was just undercover cops that were drug dealers.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't drop anything. They just
I imagine
very low prices.
I imagine like when you see those wildfires out west and those big ass airplanes come through with that red shit that comes out. They drop that red shit. It's just crack cocaine everywhere.
Yeah, if anybody, I'm going to probably touch on
chemtrails. Chemtrails back in the 80s were actually crack cocaine.
Yeah, one of the biggest names in the that CIA thing, and that's truthfully, it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's like for sure, definitely happened. But Freeway Ricky Ross was one of the biggest crack dealers in L.A. and he's in jail still from I think, and I don't know how he's still alive to be honest, because he's just been like, the CIA sold me every bit of crack I ever sold. Like,
well, that's just like there's that true story. Have you ever seen the movie American Made with Tom Cruise? It's about a guy named Barry Seal, and he flew drugs for the CIA and for the cartel just to move weapons, like during that, what was it, Iran Contra shit that was going on in Honduras and Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Like they actually was like, hey man, we're going to give you this hangar and these new planes and shit, and we're going to pay you, but we're not going to pay you.
Yeah.
But you're going to move this shit for us, or you're going to go to prison.
So it was crazy because I think most people haven't really even thought of Dare in forever. I mean, we see people ironically wearing Dare shirts, or I do at least pretty
Hasn't it
often.
been? Do they do it? I don't think they don't do it in school anymore, do they?
So in 1998, the University of Michigan did a study, and drug use actually increased between 1982 and 1995. I
Yeah,
think I didn't write. Oh yeah, I did. Bill Clinton actually cut their
funding.
funding by 78%. So it was still out there. It still existed, but they, had a very minor amount of
I
money.
think we went through it in the 6th grade. I want to say.
Yeah, that
So
sounds right.
that would have been for me. That would have been 1998, 99. I guess
Some of
99
our
probably.
kids had 2 years experience.
Yeah, they
But
had to repeat.
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say I think I was probably fifth or sixth grade maybe, and I remember in seventh grade them coming back around, and I asked one of the officers what a beer bong was, and he didn't have an answer for me.
I just remember like going to seventh
what a
grade
loser.
and
I was like,
everybody
"All
was
right, nerd."
yeah. I don't even like remember anything from Dare class though. Like we watch videos a lot of times of like pretty much don't take, drugs from strangers or, it could be mistaken for candy or shit like that.
Yeah, the
I was
shit
like,
that boomers still try to peddle that
yeah,
people are
who's
giving
gonna
out.
give me weed gummies
Yeah,
or
who's going to give
fucking
out
crack
free
cocaine?
drugs for Halloween? That's just not happening.
Nobody.
I wish,
Nobody.
but not
Ain't nobody
happening.
that cool.
But after Reagan, like I said, that was 98 when Clinton cut the funding. By 95 is whenever 95% of West Coast schools had DARE. So it was only until 95 whenever it really like
Popped.
popped, I guess you would say.
Mm.
And that was just West Coast schools even. So um it- they've restarted, so they've got funding again. That's why there was a conference last year. They awarded a Dare Student of the Year. They awarded another Dare Officer of the Year, and so they're going full force at this again. But like I
Is
said,
that,
with
is
all,
that whoever could plant the most drugs on innocent people? Is that the Dare Officer of the Year?
yeah, I think so. I don't know though. Like the dude that they gave the award to was from a really small town. It was either Mississippi or Louisiana. I think it was Mississippi. If I'm not even, no, it was definitely Mississippi. He seemed like a really nice guy, but he started like anytime somebody says like marijuana is a gateway drug, I'm just like, what year is it? Like that's just not even a true statement anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just not a thing. Like even whenever I was younger and would go to a dealer and would buy weed, I knew that they had other stuff because I had been there while they sold other stuff, but they never offered me the other stuff. Like
Not the good shit.
they never did. I was just there to buy a 20 sack. They'd give me a 20 sack and I would leave. Like they weren't trying to. Truthfully, it's bad business for these drug dealers. They really should be trying to upsell people. So they're not very good business people, but
Some of them care about their clientele.
Right.
Wes.
They want you
so
to keep
thinking
coming
back
back.
on it, they really could have been making more money if they would have told me how cool hydrocodone was or cocaine was a thing. I don't even know if we could get cocaine back then in Warren or Allen County, but
Oh, it's always been around.
it probably has been.
That smoky white devil has always been
I'll
around.
say, I mean, even whenever I was in college, I don't remember people doing cocaine.
Yeah, yo.
You gotta go into the local judge's safe at his personal safe at his house to find it. That's where
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure some of the older people, but as far as kids, like I don't remember even like I saw heroin once, and I think I've seen cocaine a couple times in my life, and it's not that prevalent. That was another thing too that a lot of people that they interviewed, or a lot of interviews I watched, not the Channel 5 one, they didn't really interview people on it, but of people saying like, I would have never known what any of this was if Dare hadn't come around. Like I wouldn't have
Right.
never known what PCP was as a
No, dude, we weren't talking about PCP at the house. That's the
10
trailer
year
park.
old or whatever I was whenever I went through Dare. Like, why were y'all telling us what all this shit was? Like, I didn't know. Like, I'd probably heard Kid Rocks talk about weed or something at some point, but was like,
I didn't even know about like meth labs and shit until I was probably 15, 16.
yeah, I didn't know any of
You
that
know.
stuff existed. So that's the thing that's what most people like talk against. It's like a boomerang effect is what they call it. It's like you
Right.
think about bad stuff, and then the bad stuff just ends up coming back around
Just
too,
like
because you get
doing
curious about it.
it's just like if you do sex ed too early.
Yeah,
You think about that. They're like, oh, they're getting all this advice or getting tips and tricks more or less. You're just going in there to become a professional.
yeah. I mean, and you think about being a kid. Most kids like being rebellious. Most kids
Yeah.
are rebellious. Like you,
Right.
especially in your teens. Like all you don't want to listen to your parents. You
I
definitely
know
ain't gonna listen.
when I
What?
was in rehab, they said that the age when people either start using alcohol, drugs, or have sex for the first time is 11 and a half years old.
Wow,
Yeah.
11 and a half.
That's the national average. So
That's
you think
crazy.
about whenever these kids are learning stuff about that age, 10, 11, 12 year olds, when you're going through all this DARE, sex ed, health class, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you're going through puberty right after that.
Yeah. Or you're
So,
like going through it already because some people go
right.
through puberty, 11, 12 years old or
Yeah, I think I
whatever.
was like
I remember.
17.
I remember.
When you went through
I had a.
puberty?
No. I was probably about 16, 17.
I
I
remember.
would say I was 14, probably 13, 14.
I had a stepbrother that was 3 years older than me, and I remember there's other people at the Airbnb walking around. Anyway, I remember
We're
me
almost
and him.
done.
I was maybe like 8. I was maybe like 8. He would have been like 10 or 11. But we didn't know where the hole was where you were supposed to stick your penis. We couldn't like we thought it was like in the front of the body. And we're
Yeah.
like, won't it just poke all the way through? Like, won't it like poke
You
her
said,
back?
no, just let me put this thing through this empty doorknob hole. That's a story for a different day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I told that one back in my drinking days when I had
You
when I
told
had
that
no
back
filter.
and yell out the window.
Yeah, when I had no filter. Yeah,
But I
going on
couldn't
here.
get this graph any bigger, but this is just to prove what I'm saying. Like this
Yeah.
was one of the University of Michigan surveys from 95. It goes for this one in particular goes from 91 to 95, but you can see it just no matter what, it just goes up. The one on the very bottom is like 12th graders that use it daily. And then all the rest of them, like the monthly use goes up crazy. Same with the annual use goes even more. And then the eighth grade use goes up just in general. Like didn't help. Didn't help. It's all.
If you're watching this on your cell phone or tablet, you can use your fingers to zoom in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can. I don't. This is a. I looked forever earlier just to get a better graph than this, and I just could not
That's the
find it.
daggum federal government for you. They don't want to
A
give you
damn
no.
government. I know. If you start Googling Dare initiative like efficacy or effectiveness,
Yeah.
it's a little difficult to find this data. To be
They give you
honest,
the runaround because it don't work.
it
It's
kind of
failed.
does give you the runaround. It's getting
Yeah.
started back up again, so they've got funding again to kind of start being a little bit more like, well, start hemming and hawing with like some of the data or whatever. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff. I mean, you'd think that this was one of the biggest psyops that I think we ever had. Like, all it did was like make more money for prisons. It really even had a
That's why I wanted to correlate it with the Reagan administration. Like I figured it had to go hand in hand. Otherwise, why would they have, like you said, these special DARE officers that could arrest juveniles,
yeah.
but a normal police officer that upholds the law of the Constitution can't? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
so a dare officer is a regular officer as well.
Right. But they have a little more jurisdiction.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, a dare officer has the jurisdiction to just be arresting kids for whatever reason, but they're also a regular
Yeah.
police officer. They're just one
Yeah.
that's cool with bending the rules for whatever.
Oh, we got pulled over by our DARE officer before outside of school. You know what I mean? He still write tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wes, I sent a picture to the group chat of my Dare artwork that I did last year.
okay.
I don't know if you can pull it up.
Yeah, I can. What?
Yeah,
To what
a
group
picture
chat?
to the Find by Me group chat text message.
I haven't got it yet.
Yeah, our dare officer, he caught us at the. Luckily, he was in street clothes, or else he would have busted us big time.
Oh, is that what he said?
What he told us, yeah. But there were beer cans all in the back of Dustin Jones' truck. We were at the drive-in movie theater in Franklin, and he was like, "Are those y'all's beer cans?" No, it's our dad's. It's like, it's both your dads?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see, you should have
Yeah.
said, "Fuck you, dude. I don't know who mine is." I call his dad my dad too.
Yeah.
He is our dad.
Same dad, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
It's
get
his dad. It's my father-in-law. We're dating. Is that okay?
that's right.
brother. I'm betting that you don't have enough signal out there because I have not got anything, man.
You have to
Okay.
rub the sticks together getting this Wi-Fi going.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got copper wire tied to my big toe.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's all I'm trying to put out there is.
I'm ready to hear part 2 next week. I want to hear some facts.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to. So the whole point of me getting into this was it intrigued me. Like we've got all these really good emails of things, and I think there's one that I mentioned last week. I am deep diving on, but it's probably going to be another week, maybe even 2 weeks before I really want to talk about it because it's what she sent me is something I've never heard of before. So I don't have any knowledge of it prior to her messaging me about it. So I don't really want to come half cocked with it, I guess.
I come half cocked.
I've done that before. It's not fun.
Oh, sounds wild. Are y'all ready for the movie of the week?
Yeah.
I told you what I was going to do, but I couldn't find my copy, so I pivoted. And this is from the creators of South Park. It's called Team America World Police.
America.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
This,
I'm going to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America.
it's a hilarious movie. Outrageously, gut-bustingly hilarious.
Dude,
what year did that come out, John?
This movie come out the year 2004.
All right, that was a little late for me, but I hate to admit it that there was a sex scene in that puppet movie that I used to masturbate to.
I can believe that.
There's no way. All they do is this. For people listening, I'm just moving my hands.
Good enough. It was good enough. As a puppet master, okay?
Yeah,
it was enough.
I forgot. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
But anyway, great movie. Team America, fuck yeah.
I love that movie. That was such a great movie.
It's classic.
Creators of South Park, right?
Yes. Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah.
2 brilliant geniuses. Once in a lifetime talents.
We gonna leave these guys on the edge this week, or what are we doing?
What is it?
We leave it because, man, I really want to get to this funny segment, but if we do, okay, never mind. I'm moving on.
Let's save it. Put
Let's
it on the
save
burner. We'll save it for next week. It'll be something for these folks to look forward to. You know, we don't want to give them all of it. Just the tip.
True, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Nick, you
all enjoy this.
Do it.
I know you've been a little bit quiet down there. I was just making sure you're doing good. You don't have any.
I was trying to share my screen. I created a piece of art a few months ago, and it was dare themed, and it was perfect. So, yeah.
You have to send it to me, and I'll put it on the graphic.
Oh! I got it. Hold on, y'all keep talking for a second.
Boy, coming through.
Is this the one you painted at your shop when you first opened your shop?
Yeah. It was missing something, and I could not figure out what it was missing.
I think it's this guy trying to wrestle this reptile.
Yeah, he was riding an alligator. It was consensual.
I thought it was a crocodile.
I think I've always just used the word alligator.
Alligator, I got you. You know why alligators are ornery?
Because they got all them teeth and no way to brush them?
No toothbrush, that's right.
No toothbrush.
That's right. I'd be ornery too.
It's a medulla oblongata.
Mama's wrong again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. I've got this pulled up now. That's how.
Let's see what Picasso did. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, but it was missing the Dare logo.
I want to know what was going through your head whenever you painted this.
It took me a couple days to figure out the Dare thing. But
why is he riding an alligator?
Man, that was the that was part of the artwork that I used for my application for the Red Bull Flug
I've never got a tattoo, but I think I may have found the one I want to get.
Funny enough, That's what I was going to try to find out because I wanted this tattoo for so long. I hope I can find this. Yeah, y'all remember Tucker Max's Alphabet of Manliness? We've talked about it before.
I remember
Yeah.
I served beer in hell.
Yeah, sir. I hope they serve beer in hell. Yeah.
Maybe this. No, this is Maddox. So there was
See
a
that?
guy that had his. So Tucker Max and this dude named Maddox had a like blog, I guess, where they talked about all the crazy shit that they got into with women.
Right.
And this is called the Alphabet of Manliness, and like all of the, so it's obviously A through Z of like how to be a man or whatever. And I never remember how to find it, but there is so like this is like what the illustrations look like in the book, and I think it's just a lumberjack beating up Santa for whatever reason. But there is a one of like a lumberjack on the back of a shark or something like that. And I wanted it as a tattoo for the longest time. That's not it. I don't know. I'll throw it somewhere at
Man
some
riding
point.
shark.
Shark's my favorite animal.
Man riding shark.
Yeah, it's a alphabet. But man, nothing is showing up at all. Okay, y'all are gonna watch me Google stuff real quick, see if I can find it. What's up? Any not safe for work stuff popping up? We got some abs over here.
I like it. Ripped.
McGruff the crime dog. Darren the lion.
Yeah,
Project Darren.
Chuck Norris. N is for Chuck Norris.
Yeah, so that's how all of these opened. Oh, Maddox, this was
I've never read that.
yeah, Maddox. That was his logo back in the day. Was kind of akin to
The Cuban.
Che Guevara,
Yeah.
if that's how you say it. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Tignatar.
Q is for quickie.
Alphabet of Manliness. Let's put that. I have to
Alphabet
check
of
that out.
Manliness. Oh, well, look, we got all this.
There's
F is
there
for
it is.
female wrestling. Here we go.
There
This is not going to be a good picture. I can already tell. Oh, you can just read the whole fucking book online if you really want to, apparently.
Hell yeah.
But all of these
Listeners.
pictures are very small. But as you can tell, there's a shark, and then just imagine there's a fucking
That's sick.
lumberjack
Use your imagination, listeners. and
swinging a
viewers.
fucking axe at this shark.
It'd be cool to get that tattoo for me and have like my left leg like hanging out of the shark's mouth. That'd be sick.
I wonder what page. What page you think I should choose? 209.
69.
Oh, 69.
What is going on, man?
So funny. Oh, here's
There's
Ennis
no-
for Chuck Norris. Yeah.
Balls out over here.
Yeah, I'll have to read this book.
It was a really funny book. I mean, I read it when I was like in high school or something. So I'm sure all of the alpha male bullshit that we see all over Twitter and stuff would be all over this if somebody brought
Yeah, this might be my new manifesto.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, I might just start living like this book.
Damn, Road Rage already passed it. Hold on, we're gonna fucking find this now. I'm already in the it's not polite to rape. So we were still obvious on that it's not polite to rape.
I think that's been an unwritten rule for a long time.
Yeah. So at least he was cool on that. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that him and Tucker Max wrote that I was like, ugh, that's a rough story, bud.
Yeah. They're usually not very polite to the fairer sex.
Yeah, no. I mean, of course, this was when I was in high school, so I was just like, I don't give a shit. M is for
Well, it's
Masha.
funny then because that's when you're supposed to do that shit.
Yeah, back then,
If you're
you don't
gonna
really
do
know anything. Obviously, you're just like, what? See, here's a lumberjack fighting with the bull. He's got some owls on a stick. I don't know what's going on with
Pigeons,
that.
maybe?
Lumberjack evolution. There we
There
go.
it is.
I kind of still want that as a tattoo. To be
You should
honest,
get it, dude.
Yeah. I
On
like
your
that.
whole back. Get your whole back done.
I would not do that, but I very
color.
well might. I very well might still get this tattooed at some point.
Definitely looks like a tramp stamp piece for sure.
Yeah,
You think
dude.
so? I was going to get it on a kidney or something.
On the
Get
inside,
it.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
get it on your forehead.
looks like a liver piece to me.
Get it on your perineum.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I hadn't got to see you guys or like talk to you guys much in the past like weeks, but me and Nick have seen each other several times. This was just was a good week, I think. I think we had a good week. We didn't even get to all the stuff that we really wanted to get to, which is fine. But here we are. If I could close, y'all got anything else before I try to close?
No, dude. Tonight's stand-up comedy night at El Potrero.
Well,
Oh yeah,
we're not up there, so
I am though.
it's not going to be fun.
keep going.
Well, you gotta go
That's
every
what
week.
they say.
Dude.
That's what they say at Celebrate Recovery. Keep coming back.
Keep coming back, baby. It only works if you work it.
Yep. Work the step.
We did make it through this episode without any suicide jokes. I'm really happy about that.
I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think this is not the week for it. I just want all of our listeners out there to know that I'm like dead serious. Like you can look me up on Wes Willoughby, WesWill0 on Instagram as well. If you want to talk to me personally,
we're gonna put his phone number on the YouTube.
If you're going through something,
too.
I want to talk to you. I don't want you killing yourself, obviously.
No.
So like that's not.
You
cool.
are loved.
We love all y'all.
For
We love
sure.
everybody. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in communities and stuff these days that we just.
And you got to keep coming back every Thursday, so you can't miss a week. So you
Keep
can't do
coming
that
back.
if you're dead.
Keep laughing with us. And email is findbyme864@gmail.com.
That's right.
I remembered it this week.
Nice.
It's been 3/4 of a year. I've finally
Everybody that's ordered shirts, we're going to get your shirts to you.
Yeah. So Jenny, we need to get that one out to her over in Arizona, if I remember right.
I've got to holler at Nick Barton. We don't have his size. So
Nick Barton, and and then Puerto Rico's on the way. My guy up in Pennsylvania got his, and then a couple other ones that I've given out or not given out that I've gotten rid of locally or whatever. So yeah, still got shirts. If y'all want to buy them, cool. If you don't want to buy one, send us some fucking ideas and we'll use them and we'll send you a shirt. All right?
Yeah, man. And ladies, whoever's listening, not just man.
Man's kind of a broad term. Whenever I'm saying it, at least, man,
All right.
dude, y'all.
Come on, guys.
See you later, guys. Yeah. I ain't your buddy, pal.
I'm not your friend, bud. All right. Love you guys. Y'all have a good
bye.
week.
Bye, movie.